golf is about the end result, but so is life, isn't it? It's about the target out there, not the swing circle here. And you see, I do interviews a lot now because my book's being released worldwide, internationally. So I'm doing interviews around the world, and there's a common theme: is what have you got in your book that helps people overcome their negative beliefs? You see. And I'm going, nothing. I'm going, nothing, because you see, or the other question is, you've got to have faith, don't you, William? You've got to have faith, hey? Because if you don't have faith, how can you have something? But you see, what I try to explain to people is that if you actually cultivate a value or an ability as well, because it is a value and it is an ability to be out in the target, if you just step out, and it is like stepping out in the void. It does take will, doesn't it?
Yes.
Where you practice just, look, I'm going to plant myself in the end result. Then something takes over you, doesn't it? A connection to the end result where belief or non-belief doesn't come into it, where faith or non-faith doesn't come into it. That's just a duality, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you live the end result, I had a teacher, Scott Washington, and he always used to say to us and me, live the end result. And it took me a while to get that, and I think your actual lesson with me shifted me permanently into it, or was the thing that really pushed me over the edge into that. It's live the end result, because when you're just in the end result, when you just, even if you just start out by just in situations, when you start your day out, if you don't even have to believe you're going to get it. But if you just ask yourself, what do I want as a complete end result, hey? You that starts creeping through to your subconscious, and a shift starts occurring, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because when you go to the end result, you don't live in a world. Yeah, you're human. You have feelings. You have fears. You have anger. You have joy. You have passion. Whatever. You have the full range, but you somehow just more grounded in a connection to everything and end results. And as I say, ideas of how and why and when and faith and beliefs cease to exist, because you shift from, you're in a flow, and you're in a world of possibility, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And you have that connection to possibility, and you feel it. So you don't have to be stopping and looking at your limited ideas about things, because you haven't got any, in a sense. That our consciousness is like a pendulum, like this. And there's the bad feelings, there's the good feelings, there's the negative thoughts, there's the positive thoughts. But the master rests above it. And you feel all of that going on in your life, don't you? But at a level underneath you.
Yes.
Mostly you're up here in the world of possibility. And so you're the master. It plants you in mastery. It plants you in this world that's above that duality.
Whereas, do you mind just doing that again, William, with the club?
I'm pretty good at it.
Whereas when we start to identify with these things that are going on in the swing of the pendulum down here, one of the things that happens is we start trying to fix them or correct them, and we get into our swing circle. It just takes us straight into our swing circle. And when you're in your swing circle, it's not that things can't happen, because they can. You can still create end results from your swing circle. It's just that it's different. And one of the key things that I've noticed in relation to that is, like when I watch people in their golf games, in their lives, is the effort that it takes. There's so much effort involved in trying to keep all that together and learn about all that. And there's, in general, it's like there's no magic in it.
So I could pick on any number of dynamics that are in the swing circle.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. We could pick on Seinfeld, but we don't, because we just agreed last night that our favourite show ever is Seinfeld. And Jerry, you're a magician, mate.
Well,
what do you reckon? I mean, I think we've really, I mean, we could talk forever, but I think we've nailed the essence, haven't we, of what this is about.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just hit some golf balls now.
Sure.
This is my
Let's
good
have some
buddy
fun.
Kris Barkway. He's a magician, and sooner or later he'll be passing by you. You'll meet him in a town near you, or in your town, or wherever. And
We'll travel.
Yeah, he will travel. Has clubs, will travel. And seriously, guys, if you ever have a chance to do something with Kris, do yourself a favor, man. There's no one I know who's gone for Kris who hasn't just come away from it going, my God, that was enlightening. You know, many people just say it. It's in terms of growth and development and magic. So many people I know go and see Kris that come away going, that was the most, amazing, most defining experience of magic. And thanks for all the good work
Thanks,
you're
mate.
doing, mate. I mean, you just absolutely have changed my life, have changed so many people's life. And I know you put in so much energy, making such a big contribution to changing the consciousness of the world. Whether the world does change or whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just the lives you have touched, and like you've touched my life. In turn, that has just helped thousands of people, literally so far, and maybe soon tens of thousands. In the situations that I mentioned earlier, and man, God love you. You're doing great work. You're a great guy, and all power to you, mate. Thanks for talking
Thank you.
to my peeps here.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
How was that?
Wow.
That was good, man. Hey? How was that, Shane?
Good, yeah.
That's a living example of what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Well,